Hey guys, Mando here. Before we get started with this video, I just wanted to apologise for the absolute lack of content being posted here. I thought I'd have more time to post, but there are a few reasons why I haven't been able to create content so frequently. Firstly, I'm just wrapping up my first year of college, so on June 10th, which at the time of recording is next week, I'm done with college until September, in which I need to complete the second year, but it means that the gap between June and September is pretty much completely empty, which is good. Second of all, I got a new job working at McDonald's. Yeah, I know that sounds bad, but it's really good finally being able to earn some extra money to do things, and I plan on potentially upgrading my drawing tablet if I get the opportunity to. And finally, I've not really had much motivation to continue the project, either due to me forgetting or me not really having any ideas. However, with my first year of college finishing soon, I might be able to upload slightly more consistently and therefore introduce new content to my audience as a whole. Thank you for listening, sorry for the lack of notice or content, and hopefully you enjoy this video that I've personally worked quite hard on. Anyways, it's time for some new Pokemon. Welcome back everybody to another video on what if Fortnite had a Pokemon region. If you didn't watch the previous video already, you should probably go do that now. I'll give you a second to do that. Have they gone? Alright, awesome. Let's do this. Today we are going to focus primarily on the early root bug evolution line and the early root bird evolution line. And in the following video I'll show you the early root mammal and early root dogs. Without any more delay, let me show you firstly the early root bug line. Larvel, the glass shard Pokemon. Now before I continue, you may notice the layout is different, and that is primarily because the computer I'm using doesn't cooperate with the screen recorder, so I can't actually show you the process behind drawing each design, which is unfortunate, but it's going to have to do until I get this new computer sorted. Anyway, Larvel was apparently created from the crystals exerted from the 0 point. Not many trainers nor Pokemon are aware of the 0 point, and in result are not aware of this Pokemon and its evolutions. After it has absorbed enough energy from its surroundings, it will evolve. It's got the ability Shield Dust and a base stat total of 193. After reaching level 11, Larvel evolves into Puprism, the Rift Shell Pokemon. Its body is in a constant state of instability, exerting a strange humming sound, and a weird energy burns inside of its soul. It can teleport anything in a small radius up to 150 feet in any direction, including underground, so being around this Pokemon whilst it's pulsating can be dangerous. So it is advised by other trainers to stay clear of this Pokemon until it evolves again. It has the Shed Skin ability with a base stat total of 233. Once Puprism reaches level 20, it will then evolve again into Fracturefly, the Rift Butterfly Pokemon. In its final form, Fracturefly can bend reality and summon things from other dimensions out of pleasure or to aid it in battle. Apparently there are tales told that a Fracturefly once brought an entire village through a rift, though its energy was completely drained and therefore could not survive to see it flourish. This village in result became the fabled Pleasant Park that residents know today. It has the ability Magic Bounce, with the hidden ability Tinted Lens and a base stat total of 470. Larvel's primary inspiration was the rifts that would spawn across the map starting in Season 5, but also the rifts that are for some reason a thing in OG, I don't know why, don't ask me. Puprism takes primary inspiration from the Rift to Go item that players can obtain. And that's pretty much it. Finally, Fracturefly takes primary inspiration from the Rifts, and it takes inspiration from the Rift Butterfly featured in the live event in Season 6, in which Kevin the Cube detonated and it showed the Rift Butterfly appearing. The shiny variants are a reference to the Golden Rift Butterfly that appeared during the Chapter 2 remix season. Now, with all of that out of the way, let's move on to our early root bird evolution line, which only really takes inspiration from the Loot Raven. Loot Crow? I genuinely don't know. Anyways, the base stage for the early root bird is Warbloot, the Loot Crow Pokemon. Warbloot are often seen running rampant, announcing their presence to nearby Pokemon who proceed to get annoyed by their loud squabbles. This in result will often draw predators to their location, forcing them to either hide or flee the scene by scattering the coloured dust on their bodies, allowing them to retreat hastily. It's got the abilities Big Pecs, Runaway and Aerolate, with a base stat total of 222. Once you get your Warbloot to level 17, it will evolve into Spectre Crow, the Loot Crow Pokemon. Despite its glistening appearance, it will constantly try and clean itself of its glittery feathers, which often draws in larger Pokemon to attack it. Though its attempts at remaining hidden are futile, a glitter-soaked attack is enough to let it escape its enemy's clutches, at least until it is found again. It also has the abilities Big Pecs, Runaway, and Aerolate, and a base stat total of 354. Finally, once your Spectre Crow reaches level 31, it will evolve into Vonterra, the Loot Raven Pokémon. The large target-shaped insignia on its chest plumage often draws in larger opponents, causing it to go into battle within mere moments. However, it uses this to its advantage by taunting the predator, then Vonterra scatters the dust from its wings to daze the perpetrator, allowing them to finish off with a final winning blow. This Pokemon also has the same abilities as its pre-evolutions, with Big Pecs, Runaway, and Aerolate, and a base stat total of 503. The shiny variants of the Warbloot line reflect the legendary weapon rarity, giving them an orange colour rather than the purple in their standard forms. And there we go. Wow, that was a mouthful. Hopefully you all enjoy these evolutions, as they did take some time to think of. In the next video I will showcase the early root mammals and the early root dog as mentioned in the beginning of the video. Hopefully I can manage to get this video released before I age 30 years. Anyway, thank you for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video.